It's pretty hard to have a Herculean physique and to live the quality of life to an advanced age that I'm talking about here. I was involved with that many years ago, and I seen a lot of people that had Herculean physiques. In fact, at one time in my life, I was a pretty big guy, and a lot of people I competed with have long since gone. And I'm not saying that you can't have a muscular physique and be a healthy person. I'm not saying that at all. But it depends upon what your goals are, what you're striving for. But I found out as you get older, your priorities change. I remember when I was a young fella, I was like, when I was 16, 17, I was someplace between 190, 200 pounds of solid muscle. I just loved working out. I loved training, and I trained very, very, very heavy. I had a system of training I developed what was called an overload system. I used to train very heavy, very hard, very intense, and then I would rest any place from 5 to 7 days, and it makes you unbelievably strong. It doesn't necessarily make you huge, although I had developed a pretty big physique, but it makes you unbelievably strong because you're not only developing your muscular strength and your ligament strength, but because of the intensity of the exercise, you're developing the supporting muscles, because the supporting muscles have to come into play. Just like in Pilates, you're developing all these minor supporting muscles. But when you do that overload system, because the resistance is so heavy that in order to do it correctly, the supporting muscles have to be activated and come into play. And when you're doing that, it's just like it's the difference between sprinting and jogging. When you sprint, you're using quick twitch muscles. It's totally different. And when you're sprinting or you're training with heavy resistance, which I'm not saying this is for everybody. This is, be very careful how you interpret what I'm saying. When you're sprinting or training very heavy, your body's naturally producing more HGH and more testosterone because you're creating a demand for it. So your body will respond. And it will respond even if you're an older person, because if you're eating the right type of a diet. Chronological age and biological age are two completely different things. You could be 70 years old and be biologically like a person 40 if you're doing the right things and leaving out the wrong thing. So when you do that, and you start to experience this type of stuff, and you start to see, as you get older, that your aging process is actually slowing down. Now, there's a lot of people looking for, the fountain of youth and HGH and testosterone and these nutraceuticals, and they're looking to, they think they're going to stop the aging process. Well, I don't know what's going to happen in the scientific world, but we got some fabulous things coming down the road with non-differentiated stem cells, which now they're taken from adipose stem cells, and they can become a differentiated cell. In other words, a non-differentiated stem cell can become a heart cell, become a kidney cell, a brain cell, and that's not in the future. That's actually happening right now. Then with peptides, with the new science of peptides, if the federal government here and the FDA allowed some of these, the information to become mainstream and for people to start to utilize it, we're on the verge of some fabulous, fabulous things in the near future. And of course, I hope that people just don't take that and disregard their dietary lifestyle and say, well, if something goes wrong, I'll just, go to a hospital, go to a doctor and have the doctor give me some non-differentiated stem cells and repair my heart or repair my kidney. That's not really the right way to do it. But the key is, the great thing about it is with accidents, if you have a bad injury now with stem cells by injection, non-differentiated stem cells, there are doctors in the world that are doing that and getting great results. And it's still in the early stages. This is cutting edge. It's going to definitely help with the degenerative diseases. To what degree? Our future holds a tremendous amount of promise.